have identified the scent. It is Riku.
Riku, you say? Has he emerged from the realm of darkness?
His existence, it was once doubled in the darkness.
Fascinating. That's why you mistook him for the superior. The dark power given to Riku facilitated his escape from its realm.
What I want to know is why he appeared here in Castle Oblivion.
That's really quite simple. His existence resonates with that of another hero.
Sora is in the castle?
He arrived earlier. Marluxia is already using Naminé's unique powers to meddle with Sora's heart.
Without even bothering to consult us.
It seems he desperately wants the Keyblade Master for himself. What a foolish plan indeed. Sora's is not such an interesting existence. The entity that holds true value is Riku, the hero of darkness.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
Woke.
Why does darkness need its own hero? Why can't he be a hero for everyone? You know, I don't need to be in darkness to see myself in a character.
Yeah, apparently he does.
Yeah.
Alright, which world do you want to go to next?
You told me that there was a suggestion. I don't think it matters. Let's just go to Agrabah.
Yeah. Alright. We'll aggro on Ba. That was not a funny joke at all.
Also, our pizza is done, so we can go have that in a couple minutes.
Oh. Cool.
I didn't know if you'd care.
Well, should we do the story and then save?
Well, yeah, I mean, we can play a few more minutes. I mean, it's not... It needs to cool anyway.
I love Agrabah. I like the music and everything. I don't know. It's just kind of a vibe.
Yeah, sorry. I've always been a fan of this world. It doesn't really seem like they know what to do with it now, though, which is weird to me because there were a lot of stories that I don't think they adapted.
Yeah, right.
Like, there's 3 Aladdin movies. Didn't they ever only really do the first one? And then, like, a random story that had nothing to do with it?
Yeah, right.
And that was it, right?
One thing I liked about 358 is you can go back to Agrabah, but it's, like, different. I mean, it's the same as Kingdom Hearts 1, but there's, like, a couple different areas you can go into.
the desert.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. And the fact they did that with just the game in general. Like, you can go to Neverland, but you can actually go to the area with the Native Americans, and they sing, like, what makes a red man red?
No, they don't.
Well, they do in my headcanon.
Okay.
So I
was going to say, this
kind of
makes me want to play the game. Don't get my hopes up.
And you can also go into, like, the sea and, like, fly around there, and there's, like, bosses and stuff out in the sea. It's kind of interesting. There's, like, all these islands you can fly around at. It's really fun.
Yeah,
I don't know. I really like the game.
I like that in that game, it's not just a copy of Kingdom Hearts 1 again.
Yeah, right. I mean, you go to a lot of the same worlds. There are new ones, but it's similar worlds. But they do change it up again, so it's not you're just in the same places.
Doing the exact same thing for the third time.
Exactly. There's different areas and things like that you can go to, so it's kind of interesting.
You know, the game that I really like that is Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, right.
I love how unique the worlds feel and how it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel at all like Kingdom Hearts 1 to me, but it does feel the most like Kingdom Hearts 1's gameplay.
Yeah, right.
You know, because it's a little slower. Mm-hmm. It's not quite as sped up.
Yeah.
As Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3. I think that, I don't know. It's difficult because sometimes these games blend together a little bit, especially because in 1 and Chain of Memories and Re-Chain of Memories, you're going to almost all the exact same worlds and doing almost the exact same thing. It's just the story has a twist.
Right.
Which is cool, but once you've done that, I kind of think the novelty of that wears off.
Yeah, especially when you have worlds that aren't really that good, like Monstro.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I already didn't want to play this in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah.
Why would I want to play this in Re-Chain?
I always thought that one was kind of boring.
Like, I kind of wish that was the world that went away.
No, you click break the card. 7, 6. You just break it. It doesn't have to be...
I didn't know you had to do it. I thought you had to do exact.
No. Just break it.
Okay. I'm an idiot.
That's fine. You at least tried it.
But yeah, I kind of wish Monstro was the one that they lost the licensing for instead of Tarzan.
Yeah. Are there any characters that you think just don't need to come back in this series at all? Did you just rip?
No.
Oh, because that was outside.
Characters I think don't need to come back.
Yeah, like we're good. Like we've gotten enough. You're gonna die.
Whoa, jeez.
Do the slate. Oh well, he healed you some.
Well, half my attacks were being broken by this guy.
Yeah, we saw.
Okay, anyways. Sorry. I got concentrated.
That's
for a
okay.
second
Why don't
there.
you let me play for a few minutes?
Okay, you're saying I'm bad.
No, I'm saying I think that this seems to be a game where you have a hard time talking while you're playing.
I'm just like bad at this game.
I don't.
That's kind of what it comes down to. I'm just not very good.
I didn't really think you were bad.
Well, I'm not very good. Characters I think don't need to come back. I'm fine with Pinocchio like being in the game, but I don't need Monstro back.
No.
I don't need it. I didn't even. I was fine with it in the first game. I didn't like it. I was okay with it being included.
Yeah.
But I don't need it back.
Was there ever one where you go to the island of misfit kids or whatever?
No.
Or, like the naughty kids island
No.
or whatever? Epstein's Island.
See, that would have been more interesting. Go to Epstein's Island.
That would have been an interesting twist on
It would have been
Pinocchio.
very interesting.
Now, Pinocchio, I need you to lie for me.
Oh no.
Why do you want me to lie? Just do it. Why are your pants off?
But Miss Maxwell, why should I do this? Just do it. I can say that because she was actually convicted of this, so I don't
Yeah.
need to say allegedly.
I'm surprised she didn't die.
I know.
Not saying that I'd want her to.
You're not
Allegedly.
advocating for violence.
No, I'm just saying I'm surprised that, because the other guy did.
Yeah. I was gonna say do attack boost.
Yeah, it seemed like we weren't doing enough damage.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Tarzan needs to come back.
Well, I want Tarzan back.
I don't expect it, though.
I don't expect it, but I want it. Mm-hmm. At least once more. I guess I don't need it in everything, but at least to see it again. Because that was such a fun. I wish it was in this world. Actually, that was such a fun game. I mean, that was a fun world in one.
I'd want Frozen back.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love Frozen.
Yeah,
I love Elsa.
Yeah.
Big crush. Anna's great too, though.
right. Yeah, no, Frozen would be cool. I want to see more Pixar worlds. Like, I love the ones we had in 3, like Toy Story and.
That needs to come back.
Yeah.
Toy Story was a missed opportunity.
yes.
Could have been better.
They need to have Monsters Inc. I was very happy with that being included.
That needs to come back too.
Yes, but I want to see like Wall-E.
Yep.
In other Toy Story worlds or Pixar worlds. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna bring Toy Story back though, I want to actually have stuff from the movies. Like,
Okay.
don't make up a toy store.
How about Forky?
I would be okay with it because he's actually in the movies.
I guess.
Just
I'm not
don't-
really a fan.
Yeah, I'm not either. But don't like make up a random toy store.
Yeah, you were mad that they didn't have Alice Toy Barn.
Well,
but
yeah,
they
it's
had
like
that
you
random
have
place.
a toy store that already exists in the world. When I use it,
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I don't know. I guess for me, like Alice in Wonderland, I like Alice in Wonderland a lot. I guess I've kind of seen what I, expect from it. Unless you go more into the live action, which I guess then that would be interesting to explore. But
Yeah, so would you, at that point, wouldn't you just want it to be a different Alice? Like they meet in Alice, but it's not the same one?
yeah, like it's the live action version. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah. But then you'd get into this weird thing of like, are there different versions of the same people in different worlds?
Right.
That would be like a whole...
Well, maybe with that specific one there is, but not with everyone.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't know if they'd want to explore that. It seems like a lot of the ideas I think would be interesting for Kingdom Hearts to explore, they have no interest.
Yeah,
Have you noticed that?
I have, yeah.
Kind of like the Unversed. Like, what was the deal with the Unversed?
I don't know. That should never have been a thing, really.
Why was that a thing and then it never really mattered and it was only ever connected to one character?
I know. Yeah, that was stupid. Like, just to be honest here.
It was a cool faction, though.
Yeah, but it was stupid they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying when they were first introduced, it was a cool faction.
Yeah.
And then it ended up just being like, hey, this all just ties to Vanitas, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And without Vanitas, it's like this whole faction doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
Whereas, like, there's still nobodies without Xemnas, there's still Heartless without Xehanort.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. So...
Well, I think if they weren't going to do anything with it, they should have just had Vanitas summon Heartless.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of, like, introducing the faction and being like, well, we're not going to touch them ever again.
Yeah, I think they return a little bit in Kingdom Hearts 3, because Vanitas does.
Right.
But that's it.
Yeah.
And there's no story to them, really.
Yeah, right.
Kingdom
It's just
Hearts 3
things that he summons.
Kingdom Hearts 3 tried to throw, like, everything together.
I know.
And I think that that's partially why it gets a lot of criticism.
Yeah. I like the game. I don't know.
I do, too.
I don't think it deserves, like, all the hate that it gets, but there's definitely problems with it.
Well,
it is very fun, though.
It is. I think that...
I love the gameplay of it, I'll say that.
I wonder if this conversation is super uninteresting to anybody who has not played these games
Well, yeah.
and is just watching this in what I will say is there is a whole thing in Kingdom Hearts 3, without getting into like major spoilers, but it's a mechanic that I think is just awful. And that is they try and incorporate theme park rides.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well.
Into the franchise. Yeah. And in Kingdom Hearts 2, they did this whole thing where you're changing forms, and you have things like Wisdom form, Valor form, all this stuff really cool. Sora's clothes changed and all this, which I'm sure people either have experienced or will see when we play it. But
I want Sora to change his clothes personally.
In front of me, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, adult Sora.
Yeah.
But then... in Kingdom Hearts 3, they introduce other forms, and they're all boring compared to the ones in 2.
Yeah.
Except, like, one of them.
Right.
They're just mostly boring.
Mm-hmm.
There's a darkness form that's cool, and there's, like, a yellowish one that's neat. And that's it.
I do just kind of wish they maybe brought back, like, the Wisdom form and stuff like that and kind of expanded on them a little bit.
I think we could stop doing new saves now.
Okay.
We could just start going back.
Okay.
But yeah, they didn't, though. They just got rid of them.
I know.
Which was really weird.
Also, I need to refresh my memory here. Was there summons in Kingdom Hearts 3? Like, you could summon Simba and stuff like that?
I just don't remember who.
Okay. So, I was going to say maybe... I didn't remember if they got rid of the summons for the theme park rides, but no, they're both in there.
I'm pretty sure they're in there.
Okay.
Maybe we should look that up, actually.
Because if they got rid of summons and added in... No, I feel like they did, because I feel like I could summon Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes, Wreck-It Ralph is in there.
Yeah,
Yes.
so there is summons.
Yes.
Okay, so that is a thing.
I think what disappointed me the most about Kingdom Hearts 3, other than the theme park stuff, was there's a lot of playable characters in the franchise, and it seemed like they were building up to all of them mattering.
Yeah.
But then it's pretty much just a Sora game again.
So you wanted, like, play as these other characters.
Yeah, like, if you're gonna, do some stuff with Aqua, let's see it.
Yeah.
Not just, hey, the character's here.
Well, she has the Fragmentary Passage.
Yeah, but that's not actually in the game. It's just a prelude.
Yeah.
Right. And I guess to me that was kind of disappointing, because I wanted to have, like, why did Birth by Sleep? Why was that really the only game that did that well?
Yeah. Well, I think it would have been cool to have maybe like a whole slew of characters. Like, what if you have Sora obviously be playable? What if you have Xion or, like characters like this? Well, maybe not Xion.
Riku.
But I'm saying Riku, Roxas.
I would have wanted Sora, Riku, Kairi, and maybe Aqua.
Yeah.
That's all.
Would you want Axel?
I want him in a new one.
Yeah.
And see, that's where I think you could do another Birth by Sleep thing. Like, maybe you even have it be, like, Axel. Maybe you have it be Kairi.
Yeah.
And maybe you have it be someone else.
Right.
That kind of thing I think could work really well. But it seems to me like all they want to do is Sora. And I love Sora. I think he's great. But the series is bigger than just him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Riku's story here shows that. Like, Riku's story is just as interesting as Sora's in this game. Riku's story is better than Sora's in Dream Drop.
Yeah, right.
It's literally better written and more interesting, and yet it feels like they don't want to do it. Don't you think? Like they don't want to pursue those characters.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is kind of weird. And that's. I didn't really care too much for the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, I like Roxas. I think the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, like the story and stuff like that, to me it wasn't as interesting. Mm-hmm. Just because I thought it was like kind of semi-slow. A lot of it was like errands and stuff, and like, oh, meet Pence here, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But I love Roxas. I love like the Twilight Town. That stuff's cool. But I think that part was also interesting too because you actually got to play as Roxas.
Uh-huh.
Like on a console game. Obviously, 358 Roxas is like the main playable character, but on like the TV.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting, and I guess I kind of just wish they did more stuff like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like explored other characters.
Yeah, Aqua, Riku.
Yeah.
Riku's gotten at least a bit.
Yeah, right.
Aqua's gotten almost nothing.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Kairi, I think going forward they could do something with her.
Mm-hmm.
Should we eat our pizza?
Yeah.
Where are we going here?
We have to have a 7. That would be a 6.
I thought maybe a 6 will count.
Okay.
Does 0 count?
Yeah,
It
good.
does.
Nice.
Because 0, it's like breaking the cards. I don't have anything to say about this.
Okay.
All right. I had nothing to add to this.
Yeah, I guess that's what it would be. Very intelligent there, I guess.
Sorry, I thought I was really adding to this discussion. Oh, I get it. Okay, that's how you activate that. You have to do like a whole slate.
This game loves slates. What is your thoughts on slates?
On the slates in the game? Or
Yeah, like just
serious?
the concept of slates.
You know, I really would have gotten rid of all of this and just had it be a turn-based RPG like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, right.
Like classic Final Fantasy. I think I've said it before, probably several times in this
Yeah.
playthrough. I think you still could have used cards to get around the world, and maybe you could have collected special cards that worked for like special attacks that you got.
Right.
But I think that this whole slate system and having you move around and stuff, people act like it's really in depth. And look, there's a lot of things I have to cope on too. But I just don't think it is. I don't think it's very in depth. I don't think it requires much thought. I think that running out of cards is annoying, but if you didn't have that, then they would not have any challenge.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I think this whole thing was like it's a lot more fun on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
And I would have played it there, but you wanted to have the cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah, well, I just think for the story it's better.
Right, but I think as a game, that's
As a game, that's better, but for a Let's Play, I think this would be better.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of where I stand on it
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
in terms of why I am the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan of all time
That is true.
when it comes to this game in particular.
Alright, let's see, story. Maybe it'll be a boss, I don't know.
It'll just be a boss randomly with no story. Yep.
Oh,
there
it's
you
a
go.
boss, okay. Well, luckily these worlds aren't that long
No.
for Riku. I will say that.
I wish someone would talk to him though.
I agree.
You know, give some insight into what's going on.
Yeah, like, why are we fighting Jafar?
Hey, in the first Aladdin movie, does Jafar become a red genie like this? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, he does.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was in Return of Jafar that he did that.
No, that was in the first Jafar, or first Aladdin movie.
But he comes back as a genie in Return of Jafar, too, right?
I haven't seen that one, so
Oh,
I guess I
okay.
don't know. But I do know he does this in, like, this is from the first one.
At the end, right?
Yeah.
And then that's how they capture him?
Yeah.
Why can't I... Right there, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Well, it keeps unlocking on this guy.
His name's Iago, you pleb.
Sorry. It probably helps to care.
Well, yeah, what if you jump and then do attacks?
They don't all hit.
Okay, well, maybe if you were good.
It's doing better. I mean, I guess I'm doing better. I never cared for this boss.
It's better in the first Kingdom Hearts game when you can actually have free roam of your attacks instead of cards,
Yeah.
but it still wasn't really that good. I don't know.
Also, if you're not close enough to him,
It doesn't lock on.
It doesn't lock on
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Whoa. Jeez, what are your Cyclops here? Was this the boss that you did in the first Riku, or sorry, Sora storyline?
Yeah.
Okay, so they just did the same boss again.
Yeah, but so was that other one.
Yeah, the guard armor.
Yeah. That what he's
Right.
called? I don't remember.
Yeah, the guard armor.
I'm really worried about wasting all my cards.
Well, yeah, don't do slates.
Okay.
What do you think is a better game? This or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the game that everyone hates?
I don't really have a big problem with Odyssey, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Do you?
No, I love Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
It's just everyone hates it for no reason.
Well, I think they have reasons.
And it's like, this is a bad game. That is not a bad game.
Yeah, I don't... You see, Assassin's Creed is already at, like, a disadvantage, though. It's constantly ridiculed. No matter what they do, they could put out the greatest... And look, they did it to themselves, too.
Yeah.
You know, they've stepped in their own pile of shit way too often. But I do think that no matter what they do, they're always going to receive a ton of criticism for it.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what it is. They could release the best game ever, and it would be, oh, this thing's dumb, this thing's woke, anybody who likes it's stupid, you're, I don't know, gay for liking it. I'm being serious. You hear this kind of stuff. You hear this kind of stuff all the time about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's like, okay. Like, no matter what you do, you're just not going to please people. And I hate when creators say that. They'll say this like, well, I'm not going to make everyone happy, so I don't even try.
Yeah, that's a dumb attitude.
It is, but I genuinely wouldn't blame the Assassin's Creed people for almost saying that.
Yeah.
Because, like, no matter what they do, people are pissed. It
Right.
doesn't matter. It's just, I don't know. People think it's so personally with that series in general.
Yeah, no, I
Did
agree.
you rip?
I did, yeah.
It is disgusting.
I did fart.
You have to cover your own nose?
It was pretty nasty, yeah. There's something going on in my bowel system here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, we
Holy
leveled
shit.
up. We can upgrade our attack points.
I thought we already did that. Oh boy, Jaffer Genie.
Cool.
Jaffer's... If you rip so bad you have to cover your own nose, I think you're the problem here.
I never said I wasn't.
I know, I'm just saying. I think that, like, you know, you need to re-examine yourself and your life choices. I don't want to die, so I'm going to try
let's go to the next area.
get to a save point.
Wait. Why do we have to do this?
Because I just want to get a save point.
Oh.
Like, I just want to go there and heal and save right now.
Yeah. Because you're just saying you don't know if the next area is going to have a boss.
I never know if there's going to be an organization member, because I do think you fight some of them.
Yeah.
As Riku. I
Right.
think you fight 3 or 4.
Well, I think you fight Demix.
He's not in this game.
We literally was talking to him.
No, that was a different guy. I think you're thinking of Zexion. And Vexen is there. And,
Yeah, isn't that the dude with the... Oh, no, sorry. Demix is the guitar guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of Zexion. I'm dumb.
No, but then I forget the name of the other guy, that big huge
Oh,
dude.
Lexaeus.
Lexaeus, yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that we should kill a couple more of the enemies here, though.
Okay.
Before we move on. Because there is a few in this room that are still alive.
Also, you didn't have to do that.
I didn't know.
Right there.
I didn't look at the map. I didn't know. And plus, we have a ton of cards.
Okay, well,
Does it really matter?
I didn't want to waste it.
Sorry about
This is
that.
a big deal to me.
Sorry about that.
Um,
In a discuss. Did you have more to
but
talk about?
I did want to say something else too. Also,
Jeez.
in your point of, you know, I think a lot of creators have this attitude, and this is just creators in general, have this attitude of like, oh well, this thing's always going to have hate, so just I'll make whatever I want, and you know, there's going to be hate anyways. And it's like, well, fair enough. You know, I agree there is going to be hate on pretty much everything. But that doesn't give anyone just license to just do whatever they want. Because sometimes hate is valid, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between hate and criticism.
Yeah,
too.
right.
I mean, like,
because they take criticism as hate.
true.
It's not.
True, but there are also a lot of people who turn something that could be valid criticism into being a dick, and that is
Yeah.
where it becomes hating.
Right.
Like, if you can make a good point, but if you're such an asshole about it, that takes forefront. I'm sorry, but whether you're being logical or not, no one's gonna care.
Yeah, because you're being a dick.
Right, exactly.
So people are just like, wow, this guy's a douchebag.
Right, so they'll just discount everything you say. And you
Yeah.
can say, oh, well, they shouldn't do that. Okay, maybe not, but you also shouldn't be a dick about it.
Right.
If you can help it, at least. You know, and there's levels to that, too. Like, if you're severely autistic or something, I'm gonna hold you to a different standard than somebody who's not.
Yeah.
For, like, you know, social...
Right.
how you word something. But a lot of people aren't. They're just mean. And so then I think that these creators, I do think that they get lambasted by this day in and out.
Yeah.
And it hits the point where they just become the Neil Blomkamp's. Like, we were looking at Neil Blomkamp's ideas for Alien 5.
Yeah, right.
And he recently was just a dick in an interview about it. Like, someone just asked him, like, hey, whatever happened with that? You know, is there any hope for that or anything? And he literally said something. Now, this might not be the exact quote. So, you know, Neil Blomkamp's Defender 52, settle down. But he literally said something like, I cannot tell you how little I care about what happens in the Alien universe.
Right.
It's like something like that. It's like, why don't you just say, hey, I was really bummed that didn't work out? Like, this is how a baby would handle it.
Right.
Like, a baby would say, well, I didn't want to do that anyway, when they're sent to their room by dad. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or like
right.
when the teacher says, oh, you can't go to recess. It's like, well, I didn't want to go to recess anyway. I wanted to go to detention.
Right.
Like, to me, that's how a child reacts. It's like, I understand that, you know, this was probably a personal thing. You know, you probably really wanted to make this movie, I hope. I hope you're not just a sellout bitch. Because that's what you would be if you're just, you know, making it, you genuinely don't care.
Yeah.
Because he did make some good movies, like District 9 and stuff. He's not a bad director. He gets a bad rep like J.J. Abrams does for a couple of things, but I don't think it's really deserved. He also did Chappie, I believe.
I've never seen it, but that always interested me.
Yeah, interesting movie. Anyway, my point is just, I don't agree with how he handled that at all. Like that interview. Like, the interviewer didn't cancel the movie. The people who are interested in your side of it didn't cancel the movie. In fact, talking about the movie and not being an asshole is one of the things that could maybe get your creative vision off the ground still.
Yeah.
But he was talking about this, and I don't understand that reasoning. And then, you know, the interviewer asked him another question about it, and he just kind of blew past it and said, you know, I think we've talked about this enough. And then his publicist ended the interview.
Right.
Like, which to me is like, you need your publicist to step in. Now, obviously, Neil Blomkamp is far more rich and successful than I think either of us will ever be.
Well, maybe not me.
Probably not you. Literal child prodigy. Oh, sorry, you just attack children. You're just a prodigy who attacks children. You're not a child prodigy. There is a difference. Sorry about that. You know, I think that when it comes down to it, that's not how you handle that. But that's an example of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, that's an example of, like, lashing out because you're, you know, upset about it. And maybe there were people super mean to him. That's not cool. That's not okay. And my comments are just in response to his attitude. Like, I don't think he's, like, a bitch or anything. I don't think he's, you know, I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, you just thought that was kind of a bad attitude for that time.
That was a very bad attitude, and it was recent. It was
Yeah.
a very bad... Save the game before you go through there, because you might fight a organization member. That was a very bad attitude way to talk.
Yeah.
To address that situation. And to me, that comes off as that attitude of, like, I'm a creator, I'm better than you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it also kind of is rude to fans that like your thing.
And that supported him.
Yeah.
That wanted to see it.
Right.
But they act like they don't care. It's, I don't know, it's stupid.
Take it you're Riku.
Are you with Ansem?
You are half correct. Let us say that he is not the Ansem with which you are familiar. He is Ansem, and he is not Ansem. Perhaps a nobody best conveys the idea.
Riddles were never my thing. Try again.
He belongs to neither the light nor the dark, but walks the twilight between.
Oh,
Catching on now? Oh, yes. You also stand in between the light and the darkness. It appears we have much in common.
maybe. Like you said, there really is darkness left inside of me. But so what? Darkness is my enemy. And so are you for reeking of that awful smell.
Oh, so it's a fight you want. Very good. I shall take you on.
He's like, take a bath, hippie.